SoBros Nation, welcome into the 2020 Fall Kickoff Pumpkin Beer Fall Spooky Season Talk Bonanza right here on SoBros Network. We got the band together today, big group of SoBros. Always love when we can get together like this, and we got something fun planned for you guys today. We're going to be sampling some Oktoberfest, some pumpkin ale, some pecan ale. We've got all the fall flavors out here on the table. We're going to be previewing fall, talking about some of our favorite traditions here in Nashville, favorite scary movies, all that sort of stuff. We got a fun little video planned for you today. Sponsored, of course, by SoBrosShop.com, where you can pick up your SoBros Network face covering that does not prevent COVID-19. So please, nobody catch the virus and sue us because you are wearing what is literally just a piece of like t-shirt over your face. Also sponsored by SoBros Bees. Available on our Redbubble shop, so please go buy $200 worth of this so that we can make $10. SoBros Bees, when you're here, your family. I am your host for the show, the EIC at SoBrosNetwork.com, Big Natural Stoney Keeley. You can follow me on Twitter at Stoney Keeley. Follow us collectively at SoBros Network. Joined today to my right, the operations manager for SoBros Network, Cadbury. Cadbury, how are you doing today, man?
Good. Ready for some festive beer?
Yeah, we got plenty of it.
We also have snacks.
We do. No free advertising, so all the snacks are labeled down on the table.
Unless you want to pay up.
Unless Pringles, Chex Mix, or Kroger want to pay for the advertising, then we'll put your shit on camera. But until then, fuck off. To my left, we've got Brittany Fernandez. Brittany, I believe this is your SoBros video debut, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
How are you doing today?
I don't know where to look.
Yeah, I know. I keep going back and forth. Like I feel like I'm talking to you, but looking into the camera.
I don't know where to look, but no, I'm excited.
How can our viewers get in touch with you on Twitter?
It's at Brit But Spooky on
And
Twitter.
You got a YouTube channel they can subscribe to as well.
Brittany But Spooky.
There we go. And to my far left is the music columnist for the SoBros Network, Steven McCash. Steven McCash, how are you doing today?
This is my debut as well.
It is?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I feel like you've been on a podcast or two before.
True.
But this is your video debut.
This is my good side.
That's right. Well, that's
like
why
this
you
the whole
think
time.
that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can our viewers get in touch with you on social media?
On Twitter at MC_cash75. Onlyfan.com. Same thing. MC_cash75. Not fans. Fan. Yeah.
Fan.
And of course, we've got the lady behind the camera today, the first lady of the SoBros Network, Miss Orva. You just woo something. There you go. All right, guys. Well, let's dive in. This first beer we are going to be tasting is the O'Fallon Pumpkin Ale, which Cadbury contributed.
Yes.
Cadbury, you want to share a little bit about how we came to this beer?
So I was walking down the beer aisle and came across a rack that had a standard pumpkin and then the same brand with the vanilla flavor pumpkin. And you can pick this up at any store, probably, in Michigan.
Okay, good.
Not where we're at in Tennessee. So I brought these back from a recent trip. I drank, 12 minus 2, 10 of these.
Quick math,
And I brought the solo remainders from each 6-pack because they were delicious and I did not save any more. So,
all right,
we're going to have to divvy them up.
Steven McCash, you want to do the honors? Pour a little bit of beer?
Happily.
All right.
That's good enough for me.
And again, this is the O'Fallon Pumpkin Ale. Guys, while we're getting these ready, I know the weather over the weekend has dipped down to really cool fall levels, an evident sign that fall is here. So I want to ask you guys, we'll start with you, Steven McCash. What's your favorite thing about fall? Just off the top of your head.
Seriously, weather.
The weather?
I am so anti-damn summer. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even though I've lived in the South the majority of my whole life, but God, it's so hot in Nashville all the time in the summer. So I could go the generic, football's back, go Tigers.
Memphis Tigers.
Yeah, Memphis Tigers. Fuck Clemson. Unless you're a Clemson fan, then I love you guys. But no, the weather. I mean, hoodie season is approaching, and I'm so excited for that. Yeah.
What about you, Brittany?
Halloween, obviously.
Spooky season.
Spooky season.
Yeah.
You're around here.
Yeah, it's year round in my life, but
That's-
Halloween for sure.
That's what I was just saying. I love it here. You walk in and it's like, it's just year-round Halloween here.
It is.
Spooktober,
It got
spooky
kind of
season, whatever you
yeah.
want to call it.
It got kind of crazy, but you
Yeah.
know.
I'm kind of with McCash on this. I think about the weather, the scenery, the leaves changing color and all that. It's kind of a restful time of year, so you're winding down, but it's nice to go outside and not be sweating balls everywhere I go.
Yep.
How about you, Cadbury? Wrap this one up.
Same. Crisp weather, lighting a fire, not as an arsonist, just a small
Campfire.
backyard fire,
Campfire,
campfire, camping. This
Mhm.
is time when I really like to go out. This is kind of just traditionally is when things like hunting seasons and things shift to that. So you're doing a little more things outdoors. Period. Things are dying off.
Speaking of,
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, I didn't even introduce SoBro Bones.
yeah.
SoBro Bones is making his or her. I can't they don't have the. I can't
It's
tell.
non-gender.
Yeah, it's just
Non-gender.
good times and beer.
All right, well let's take a swig
Yeah,
of this.
no, we had to do our we have sheets, everyone.
Yeah. Brittany coming through clutch on the beer tasting
We have to do
sheets.
our aroma.
Aroma. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know how I feel
But
about
there's
this.
there's literally the second one is meh, and that's what you just
Meh,
said.
that's what I just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh on the aroma.
I'm getting gym socks.
Just socks. I'm getting pumpkin, but it's like
Yeah.
pumpkin that's been like set out for a month as a decoration.
Yeah, like a rotting pumpkin.
Rotting pumpkin.
Like I
All
said,
right.
gym socks.
All right, it's first swig. One swig. Everybody knows the rules.
Going with yum on flavor.
I
I
think
don't
it's.
hate it.
I'm going.
Really?
I'm get me a growler on finish because that's a clean, smooth finish.
It
I
is
could
smooth.
drink a
It
growler,
is smooth.
growler
Yeah.
of that.
You know what? I will go get me a growler on the finish as well.
That's-
Flavor, I'm going meh as well.
Yeah, I didn't
think
get a lot of flavor, but it is smooth.
it's kind of light on the pumpkin. So let's see, what's the average? 2 + 2 is 4 + 5 is 9, divided by 3 is an
I
Shit, I
overall
didn't
of
know I was
3.
gonna have to do math.
Overall grade of 3.
Oh, I'm just randomly circling it overall.
Let me try swig number 2.
This would go really well with a glass rim with the sugar that we've talked about.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have.
Have some of
They
that.
would finish
That's
that
what-
off.
That's what I feel about this one is that it's lacking a little bit of the
Yeah.
sweetness. I like a little bit of sweetness in my pumpkin beers.
Like when I first tasted it, it was like kind of citrusy.
Yeah.
Like too citrusy. For,
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Can you have that? I'm gonna just video some of these. Just each
Okay.
one we do so we can have a close.
The more I drink it, the more I like it though.
I will say, as of right now, this is my favorite Jimmy Fallon beer.
Jimmy O'Fallon, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Jimmy O'Fallon, host of The Tonight Show. Shout out to Jimmy O'Fallon.
Very smooth though.
It is very smooth, yeah.
Does anyone want any more?
No, I'm good. That's a hard pass for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying we got a ways to go.
I
The
found a
bottle
pump.
is beautiful
I
though.
just don't
It
want to leave
is.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
That's what you'll
leaves.
get in Michigan.
You get
It's
colors.
pretty. Yeah.
He's winking at you. That's just adorable.
So what we're gonna do next is the sister beer of this, where they've added vanilla.
Now I'm pumped about
Yeah,
this.
I'm very
I love me
excited
some
about
vanilla.
this.
I love me some vanilla anything. Is vanilla? I mean, vanilla's like got to be one of the most versatile flavors
Yeah,
out there,
that's
right?
true. That's a good point.
This isn't just a fall flavor. You can add
No.
vanilla to
Yeah.
anything and get some goodness. All right,
There's
Steven
something.
McCash, you take a sip of
there's something
that?
I did not.
Vanilla.
Get my aroma.
I don't know if you ever tried it, but it's vanilla ice cream. Have you
No.
had that?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's really good.
They
Yeah.
make a version of it in France too.
I see what you did there. This man's witty. You were made for SoBros videos.
Oh, this has a pumpkin with ice cream cone melted on his pumpkin head.
Is that how they made it? They just
Probably.
took the
They
pumpkin ale
just
and melted
dumped it
some
on the
ice cream
rotten
in it?
pumpkin.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute.
Okay, I like the aroma of this one.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm getting similar from the first one.
Or did you want to
I
try
like
these?
that. I like that a lot.
It's less gym
Yeah.
socky.
There's the sweetness I was missing in the first one. This almost tastes like
It's
coffee.
delicious, yeah.
Am I crazy? Is
Oh,
my tongue crazy?
I get the vanilla.
Yeah. It's
Vanilla
almost like
strong.
a cream soda.
Yep, that one
Oh,
is
man.
delicious.
That is
That's good.
that's my favorite so far. That is fives across the board for me. Fives across the board. O'Fallon vanilla pumpkin beer.
And it's also very smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the finish was
Yeah.
just as smooth as the first one.
that's what she said.
You know what I think would happen with this brand? They made the pumpkin beer, and when they were getting towards the end, they were like, "I'm gonna put some fucking vanilla in it." And they did that, and they're like, "Oh, this is really good. We should bottle this too."
Yeah. Well, there you
So
go.
but now we gotta sell both.
Is that's
And then they get to marketing. Marketing's like, what the fuck do we do with this? Vanilla cone.
that's what we call journalism, folks.
Yep.
We totally just figured that out
Yeah.
right here, just
No
talking
more-
it out.
Yeah. Mysteries unsolved.
Okay, so we are on to beer number 3, and we've got a Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest.
Could you get us some of those, please? Sorry. Is it the can or the bottle?
It's the bottle.
Leinenkugel. Oh, we're going this way. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're
We're
just gonna
starting
go.
out down here now.
Palate cleanser.
Time for the palate cleanser with the Bud Light.
It's not on the form, but we'll go ahead and say these are a twist off, so there's an ease of drinking there.
So while we're pouring these, I want to ask you guys, this is a hotly contested debate right now. Fall flavors. Pumpkin kind of seems like the unquestioned king of the fall, but I want to know what you guys think. We'll start with you, Steven. Mount Rushmore of fall flavors.
Okay, I'm gonna take Mount Rushmore and I'm gonna take a big crane to it with a wrecking ball.
Okay.
And just go all through it because I don't do any of the flavors during October.
Wow.
Yeah, during Halloween.
Wow. This
I'm-
is
You're a psychopath.
this is a shocker.
Which is perfect for me to be here. No, I don't do. I like vanilla, but that to me is a year-round flavor.
Yeah.
Versatile.
I'm not an a pumpkin guy, a pecan guy. Nah.
What about you, Brittany?
My Mount Rushmore. So, pumpkin, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Chai.
Chai. That's a good
Dark
fall
horse.
flavor. Yeah.
Anything. Does cider count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cider,
Or apple.
pear,
Ooh. Now we're
and
talking.
cinnamon.
Yeah,
Wait,
cinnamon's
was that
staple.
how many?
That's 5. Okay.
Okay, cinnamon is all 4 of my Mount Rushmores.
Cinnamon's
There we go,
the
there it is.
best, like, gosh.
I'm
Anything
going.
cinnamon.
I'm going pumpkin because I do think like pumpkin is the undisputed king of the fall. Caramel apple underrated.
Oh, that's yep.
I'm going candy corn as well. Not just the candy. Well, you're shaking your head. What's your take on candy corn, Steven?
I don't like eating wax.
Hey,
I
have
love
you
candy
they even had like a black cherry or blackberry flavored candy corn
Yeah.
this year?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Don't make sure the label's not showing. Don't forget
It's on the
advertising.
back. It's on the back.
And finally, I would go with what I would consider the most underrated fall flavor, clove. Shout out
That's
to
great.
Dunn Brothers Coffee. Used to do a clove maple latte in the fall.
That sounds
That
incredible.
was good. Good stuff.
That takes me back to working in bars, back in my restaurant days, and people lighting up clove cigarettes.
Oh,
And I just
man,
want
loved
to
it.
throw up just the
Loved it.
thought of it.
That's a good list. I like that.
Thank you, thank you.
Love eating clove cigarettes.
Wrap us up. Wrap us up, Cadbury.
What was the question? Was it flavors?
Mount Rushmore of fall flavors.
Oh. Sorry.
It's okay. This is a tough question.
Man, flavors. I do more like meals and drinks, I guess.
Well, give us some
Yeah,
meals,
some-
drinks.
Dude, cobblers.
Cobblers.
Ooh.
Just
Peach or blackberry. Blackberries that you just picked the month prior.
this man once made a blackberry cobbler over a campfire.
I do.
Literally.
That's the only way I make my cobblers.
You just put
I just
everything.
go outside and make a fire, even if we're eating
Yeah.
in the kitchen. Yeah.
I was blown away. You just put everything in the tin foil, you put it over the grill,
Yeah.
and then
Oh my goodness.
good to go.
Yeah. I didn't
All
do
right.
a Dutch oven. I did it on the grill, or just in foil.
Excuse me?
We didn't have a Dutch oven, did we? We just.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were going somewhere different. Yeah.
This is not a family show.
Oh, it's we made. I I
Yeah.
made a baking dish out of aluminum foil because we didn't have anything else. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's get the aroma on the Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest. I get a little bit of weed in there. A little bit of weed.
I'm gonna say the Chex Mix helped me break from the others because I took a sip first and it was
I'm
bad.
a big no thanks on the aroma.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
aroma is kind
not
of,
great.
it's strange for an
basic.
Oktoberfest.
It's like, it smells spoiled a little bit.
It does, yeah. All right, let's try it. Wait, you did get like good beer, right? The beer's not spoiled, is it?
This is last year's Leinenkugel.
Okay, the flavor, it's rich, like you'd expect an Oktoberfest to be, but it's also, it's smooth. Like
Very smooth.
a lot of Leinenkugel's beers are smooth. But the flavor, I don't hate it, but it's not.
I don't
I'm
taste
kind of middle of the road with it.
anything.
Yeah, middle road for sure.
Like, it's not bad, but I don't know what makes it Oktoberfest.
We might have started off with some good beers.
I think that's basic. On my scorecard.
Yeah, I'm going basic on the flavor. The finish,
The finish I
Finish is
enjoy.
good. Yeah, I put a yum. I put a
Yeah.
4 yum.
what's 8 divided by 3?
2.3.
My man.
Yeah, don't ask me. I wasn't even trying to calculate that.
Don't check my math at home.
So yeah, I think we should. You want to share a little bit of that brandless snack mix?
You want what I've already poured? Or you want some of this?
We'll get a little bit. I'll just reuse a cup.
I dare you to put some in SoBros Bones' mouth.
I'm trying not to say something.
Do it.
inappropriate. I got something for SoBros mouth.
A bone?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
What's this flavor? Let's see.
Basic.
Oh, it's savory.
Oh.
The way this drinks though, it's like the aroma hits, and I get this weird sensation of like weed, then rich Oktoberfest, and then it just goes down like water.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This mask over here, cat mask, reminds me of Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay, quick palate cleanse. Talking with my mouth full. Always good for video. I think we are ready for the tailgate pumpkin, correct?
Hashtag basic.
Hashtag basic pumpkin ale.
Brittany, you picked this one up. Did you
Did.
go to tailgate or was this available in stores?
No, when we talked about doing this, I was searching any pumpkin beer that I could possibly find that was local, and Tailgate was the only one that I found. So I just called in my order, drove up to it, and they brought it to my car.
That's awesome. I love Tailgate. Tailgate is a former SoBros Network Best of Nashville Award winner for the best spot in town to grab a beer.
And that was on the west side
The
location.
Charlotte Park
The one by
area.
my house.
Yeah.
Have-
This
so
was in East. I've never been there.
they just opened up
Yeah.
one up at
Yeah.
East. I haven't been yet. I take it,
No.
well, Brittany has, but have you guys been there?
The east one's really small compared to the west one. Like really
Well, yeah,
small
everything's
compared.
small compared to the west one. It's a
Yeah.
big
Have you
place.
been to the one out west of town?
No.
Oh,
We've
that's-
partied there several times.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great spot for an independent wrestling show.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
Hey, it's a
because
good
we
place.
can't put that idea out in the world. Somebody's gonna steal it.
It's
Somebody's
a good
gonna
place
steal it.
to go to the river. It's nearby the Harpeth. If you want to hit the pines a
Man.
little further out, you can still stop by on the way home.
We went out there one day and took cigars. Went out on the back lawn.
They have a
sat-
huge lawn that goes down this hill and they have frisbee, like a couple of frisbee disc
Yeah,
holes,
they do.
right?
They do.
Good pizza.
Good pizza.
Delicious pizza.
Good dessert pizza too. I don't know if you guys have had the
Ooh.
apple cinnamon pizza, but it was good.
Sounds amazing.
Let's get some basic going in here.
Yeah, how about it?
Which
I mean, it's
behind you
right
there,
behind you,
Mr. Steven?
McCash.
Basic bitch time.
Okay, so one of the things to come along with the fall is obviously football. We know Steven McCash is a Memphis fan. How did you come about being a Memphis Tigers fan, Steven?
Born and raised in the 901, so I was kind of born into it.
Yep.
When I grew up, Memphis sucked at football. Shouldn't even really had a program because it's all basketball all the time in Memphis. But over the last almost 20 years now, that program has risen from the ashes.
Penny Hardaway really did a lot.
He's done a great job for our football program. We went to the Cotton Bowl last year, won a record 12 games.
Good game, too.
I was there.
Good game.
I was at the Cotton Bowl.
They had a shot against Penn
They-
State, too.
It was a lot closer than I honestly thought it would be.
Yeah, sure. So who's your favorite Memphis Tiger of all time?
I mean, it's hard to go against Isaac Bruce,
Isaac Bruce, a
But-
Memphis Tiger.
but
Ooh.
he was
Good.
D'Angelo Williams was part of the heyday of resurrecting this
He was.
this school, this team. So I gotta go with D'Angelo.
I remember those days. I remember like thinking a Memphis running back, like a first round draft pick.
I still went D'Angelo Williams for Heisman hot car.
Nice.
Car. Yeah.
Nice. That's a pretty cool item for the collection. Brittany, what about you? Do you have a football team?
Titans, for
Tighten
sure.
up. Tighten
I
up.
know.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about the team this season?
I'm scared.
Scared?
I'm just
Well-
worried that me and my brother talked about it earlier, and we're like, of course, this season we feel like there might be a good season for us,
Yeah.
and then in 2 weeks it's just gonna get
It's
shut
gonna
down.
get shut down, yeah.
Did
I
pick
like-
up yesterday though.
Yep.
Jadeveon Clowney, I said all along on the unofficial Titans podcast, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, follow on Spotify, wherever you take in your shows, we're there. I said all along I thought he was the missing piece because he affects the game in so many different ways. It's not just a pure pass rusher you're getting, but you're getting a guy that's going to eat up 2 offensive linemen because they respect his ability at all times, and you're going to open up lanes, for other pass rushers. Like Jadeveon Clowney might not get the pure sack numbers, but I think that he's going to open things up for Harold Landry and Vic Beasley and Jayon Brown and those guys to get the sack. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Titans fan as well. Ecstatic that we got the team when we did. It felt good to have. It kind of felt like, and no disrespect to the Preds at all, but when we get the NFL, it's a different story
Yeah.
here in town.
Yeah,
for
and it
sure.
felt like we finally had made it as a sports city. Like, okay, we're here with the big boys. So I've been a Titans fan since they've been in town. College, I'm an Alabama fan. My dad was not a sports guy, so anytime I watched football, it was with my uncles, and my uncles are all Alabama fans, so I just kind of inherited that. I keep an eye on MTSU, harder to the south, got my degree from there, so obligated in that regard. Cadbury, what about you? Do you have a football team?
You know who's really good at getting the sack?
Who? We're not trying to
That's
get
all I
canceled
know
here.
about football.
All right, we've got Tailgate Basic. Is that the name of the beer? Did I
Yeah.
get that?
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag Basic.
I already finished mine. It's delicious.
This smells.
Yeah, I gave it 5
Wonderful.
for the aroma.
Why do they all smell the same to me? Do I have COVID?
Holy.
That is
No, we all
delicious.
passed COVID protocol to be here.
We did. That's good.
I think it's obvious that he caught the COVID.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to edit that out now.
What? No, it's dead.
Holy shit.
That's really good.
That is really
Yeah.
good.
I was
That is-
I was surprised by that. They've ruined honest opinion tailgate. I see what you're going with on the label and all that, but that is not basic.
Nope.
That's fucking awesome.
That is awesome.
I
That
wish
is.
I do wish it looked different.
Yeah.
I'm a big package person. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stuff that looks cool, and I don't like that packaging.
I'm not familiar with Tailgate's packaging, but that's just a sticker on top of a white can.
I think it's.
Is
I think
there other
the,
cans
I think
like
the
that?
white's a sticker too.
Well, yeah, there's
Oh,
the
it
wrap
is.
around that aluminum.
There's a
can.
wrap, yeah. Let's just put Tailgate on blast for their wraps.
You have a
What?
delicious beer.
But your wraps, it's fucking obvious.
Whack wrap.
Yeah, it's not my favorite package, but it's
I think-
That's a
damn good.
delicious beer.
I think that's my favorite one yet.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
for
agree.
sure.
Look at Steven McCash here. This is investigative journalism at
It's
its
a goddamn
finest.
lie. It's a goddamn lie.
They're messing with our senses. We are basic. We thought it was pumpkin. It's just tailgate lager.
That's what we do. Call us fucking Turco. We just exposed Tailgate. What a fraud. What a fraud. Oh my God.
Now,
Okay.
But truth be told, there probably is a serious inventory issue and shortage of canning and
Oh, I'm
materials. So because of the current situation, that is definitely a pumpkin beer and or fall beer, and that was delicious.
That's one of my favorite fall beers I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's very good. Not
All right.
basic at all.
It's my favorite of the 4 I've had today.
Yeah, I'm with it 100%. So we are ready for the Abita Pecan Abita has been one of my favorite brewers for a long time because they have some really good shit out there. I don't know if you guys have had the strawberry lager, but it's kind of like one of their staples.
Yeah.
This pecan ale, I'll admit, you know, peek behind the curtain, SoBros Nation, but I've had the pecan ale plenty of times before. It's one of my favorite fall beers, but I wanted to share it with you guys and talk about it a little bit today.
They make probably the best root beer in the world.
Oh yes, I love
absolutely, absolutely.
This guy flipped the liquor store upside down earlier to find that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we went in and we came out with a couple of options. I don't want to say what we put back, no disrespect to that brewer.
Yeah.
But when I saw Homie at the register paying for a 6-pack of Abita Pecan, I said, Cadbury, we gotta fucking find this shit. Or
He
I'm gonna
literally
raise hell.
threw bottles.
Or whoop somebody's ass for it.
Yeah, follow that dude into the parking lot, and we're gonna take it. Okay, so Abita Pecan. You want to get your shots in? There we go. Yeah. All right. Talk about the marketing, the branding. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful fall motif on the Abita Pecan.
Very wholesome.
Yeah.
It says go nuts on it.
Yeah.
Love
Go
that.
nuts. That's what we're here to do. Let's take a sniff. See how I like it.
Yeah, I would drink a growler.
Yeah.
Everything so far.
It's a rich, full-bodied,
Google.
nutty
That's
kind of
really
answer for an Oktoberfest almost.
Warm. Not in
Warm.
temperature. Not in temperature, but the way it makes you feel.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. It's good cold weather beer.
I like stuff like this in the fall that's like rich and full bodied and it has that very earthy, intense flavor.
You know what I like that's rich and full bodied?
I knew it. What?
Leo.
Just say it.
DiCaprio.
Oh, okay.
He's filled out in his late 40s now.
He's
50? Late 40s?
He's a bit of a thick boy.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a thick boy. What's your grade on this one, Cadbury?
I'm going with a 4. It's pretty
4?
good. It's not, man, that coming off of that basic.
That tailgate stole the show. Tailgate is stealing the show.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there was a category on the beer tasting sheet for label, it would have ruined it.
This one's also going to get a 3 out of 5 for me. I know I just sat here and talked about how much I loved it, but it doesn't finish very smoothly. I mean, you feel it if you drink enough of these.
I want to drink this sitting next to a bonfire.
Oh, that's the move. That's the move.
We could set up. You can make a fire in here. The
In
homeowner
here?
doesn't care.
In here, we're going to do it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, so I think next up we are going to be working on the Wiseacre Oktoberfest. Wiseacre is a brewery down in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep.
Our Memphis expert, Steven McCash, what do you know about Wiseacre Brewing?
That it's in Memphis.
While we're getting this,
I've been to Wiseacre multiple times. I love it. It's a great place to hang out. They make great beers. I met a lot of cool dogs in the parking lot.
that's always
A lot of
plus.
good food
Always
trucks
plus.
there all the time.
This question was posed to us by the First Lady of SoBros Network, Miss Ora. On a fall night, Steven McCash, what are you going with? Hot chocolate or hot apple cider?
Chocolate. And I'm
Chocolate.
lactose intolerant. I don't care.
Damn. The balls on this man. The balls on Steven McCash.
All day.
Brittany, what about you?
Absolutely cider with a little bit of whiskey in it.
Oh man, a little bit of whiskey, a little bit of honey.
A little bit
We got a good concoction there. I'm with you. I'm in on the cider. What about you?
It's got to be a spike cider for
Yeah.
sure.
Spike cider? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now I've got my hands on some mulling spices from the old mill in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Yes.
And I'm eager. I think we might actually bust some out tonight. We talked about maybe renting a movie, ordering takeout.
Making a baby.
Too busy for a baby. Too busy for a baby. Don't mind the practice though.
Everybody
Practice
needs
makes perfect.
Yeah.
The mulling spices on a cool fall night. I love it. What about you, Cadbury? Did you already answer the question?
Well, I said spike cider for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm the only one with hot chocolate.
Yeah.
What about you, First
I
Lady?
think you enjoy
I'm
shitting
with
yourself.
hot
I think that's what
chocolate,
it is.
You like hot chocolate? Yeah.
I got good pipes.
We did hot chocolate that one night with the, was it whipped cream vodka?
Whipped cream vodka in the hot chocolate in the crock pot
In the
too.
crock pot.
That was phenomenal.
I heard whipped cream and I went straight to Varsity Blues. Sorry. Out for a moment.
So when you think of that scene, do you think about
Myself?
the young lady that was in the scene, or do you think about
I think about the
big
director
guy.
never wanting to call cut.
I think about the big guy, Bubba,
Yeah.
in the whipped cream.
Mm.
When I think Varsity Blues, I'm like, oh yeah, Bubba and whipped cream, and I'm like, oh. And then they mix together, and all I can picture is Bubba in the whipped cream bikini.
Didn't they do that in like not another teen movie or whatever
Yeah,
it was called?
yeah, it was.
But it wasn't Bubba. It was actually someone that was physically fit.
All right,
All right.
the Wiseacre Oktoberfest. Let's take in the aroma here.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Gym socks.
Maybe
I
shouldn't
got COVID-18 or something.
maybe shouldn't have brought the guy that doesn't like fall flavors
This
to the pumpkin
is
Oktoberfest
different. Yeah.
beer tasting.
It's different.
Ooh, it's a good.
I like that.
It's a good beer, but it doesn't. It's not like Oktoberfest.
It's not in that. It's not in the theme.
It's from Memphis. This is the greatest beer ever.
Hold on. It's not a pumpkin beer. Very well could be classified as an Oktoberfest beer.
I think it's more Oktoberfest than the last Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
We had.
Oktoberfest. Yes.
It's better than the Leinenkugel
Yes.
Oktoberfest.
I
I
think
like that.
It's a good beer. Shout out Wednesday. Did we get Wednesday in the frame? I wish everybody could see her. Yeah, get some photos of her.
It's the
For
general
socials.
manager of Southern Illinois Pro.
It is, yeah.
Just the commish.
The finish is delicious on this.
I really
That's what
like
she
this
said.
one. I think I'm at a 5 for the flavor.
I must be in the minority on that one.
No,
but I
I'm
wasn't
with you,
too-
I'm with
I
you.
wasn't too blown away.
No.
Wednesday.
I mean, it's the greatest.
It tastes more like a.
Gym sock?
It tastes more like your standard issue, like almost like a Hefeweizen kind of taste. I don't know.
I really like it. It tastes kind of mapley.
Hints of maple. I can get that. Yeah. Hey Wednesday, you're a good girl. I wish we could get her in the frame. Give her some start.
I got her on some
You
on
did?
the GoPro. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Wednesday,
Good.
sit over here? Come here.
So on the aroma, you know what? I think I'm going basic across the board on that one.
The finish is too good for me to put basically.
I'm feeling a little like. I
I'm
should.
starting to think you don't like dogs.
Why?
I met so many dogs at Wiseacre, and then all of a sudden a dog pops into the frame, and you're like, "This is a shit beer." So I think you just don't like dogs. What's your problem with dogs?
Wednesday is a superstar, first and foremost.
Yeah,
How
just
dare
like that.
you insinuate that? Okay, up next we have, what do we have next? Blackstone Brewing Company, their pumpkin ale. Blackstone is a longtime standing brewery here in Nashville.
Yeah, OG.
OG brewers in Nashville. I think it's one of those cases where they've been around for so long, they've become such a part of the conscience of the city that you kind of forget that they're there in this trendy new era of all these breweries popping up in and across town.
Yeah.
But a pretty good brewery, pretty good beers.
Yep.
We're gonna try their
Hey, they've
pumpkin
lasted a
ale
long time.
today.
That's not easy.
So, talking about long-standing traditions in Nashville, fall's approaching. Steven, we'll start with you. What are some of your favorite fall traditions here in the Music City?
I don't want to say it's a tradition because I haven't done it every year since I've lived here, but I do enjoy going out to Franklin for their Ghost Walk tour that they do.
Ghost Walk tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of old history in Franklin. You know,
Yeah.
What if they're doing
Civil
that
War
this year?
battle out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great ghost stories out in Franklin, Tennessee.
This is an opportunity for us to shout out SoBro Rooster, who
Woo-woo.
used to give tours at one of the plantations out there.
Oh.
She's
Oh, that's cool.
very well versed in Franklin history. Brittany, do you have any favorite fall traditions here in Tennessee?
Smell.
Every year, me and Jesse go to Walden Pumpkin Farm. And
Walden Pumpkin Farm, where's
I
that?
think it's in Smyrna.
Smyrna, okay.
Yeah, and we pick our pumpkins for the season and stuff, and it's really cute. They have little shops and stuff, and they have animals out there. And
Yeah,
It's
okay.
adorable. That and like I like going to all the haunted houses in the area.
Do you have a favorite haunted house?
I'm gonna go with Slaughterhouse in Hermitage.
Okay,
It's,
yeah.
Ben and Stacy own Full Moon Cineplex and
Yeah.
haunted house Slaughterhouse, and then Lone Wolf Tattoo is all one building.
Yeah.
So that's definitely, I would recommend that.
A few that I would add to the list. Oktoberfest in Nashville over in Germantown. It's a lot of fun. I don't think we're going to get it this year, obviously. A lot of things we're probably not going to get this year. Glade Fest out in Gladeville. It's a small craft fair. They bring out the food trucks, stuff like that. Not really, well, I don't want to drop the elbow on Glade Fest, but it's not really like an attraction. I wouldn't advise you guys to travel for it, but it's just like hometown school carnival craft fair. It's a sign of the season changing, stuff like that. I would add the Bell Buckle Craft Fair. I know the First Lady is all about that Bell Buckle Craft Fair, but it's a beautiful drive in late October. The leaves are starting to change, and then huge craft fair. You get some Christmas shopping done if you're feeling festive. College football to get back to. It's a great day. And then I would add our resident film critic, Brandon Vick's birthday to the list.
Oh,
His
nice.
birthday is mid-September.
Mid-September.
We usually do something fun for that. He couldn't join us today because he is in Kentucky with family, but shout out to Brandon. What about you, Cadbury?
I'm gonna be honest. I love the season. I love October. I love Halloween. I love spooky stuff. The right music sets the tune. Everything's there. I haven't done anything Halloween related in a long time. Growing up, it was a huge in the family and community.
Yeah, sure.
Out in Gladeville as well. We used to do hayride with like haunted hayrides, and all the family would set it up. And I feel like it all died when Opryland closed. It would go.
Halloween
They
at
would
Opryland.
shut down and do Halloween at Opryland, and it was so amazing.
It was awesome.
And then they shut that down, and I feel like that's when my
You lost your
social
innocence.
my social Halloween behavior
Yeah.
Changed
left.
forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a bummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tear, lucha tear.
All right. Well, we are on the Blackstone Pumpkin Ale. The aroma of this one, I don't know what you guys think.
I love it.
It is a good spicy kind of pumpkin.
Yeah,
Not
that's
spicy heat, but like sugar and spice kind of scent.
This is like a clean gym sock.
I can smell so much cinnamon in that. That is a delicious
really
Oh
flavor.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got a lot of cinnamon in that.
A lot of cinnamon, a lot of spice. Very.
Even I don't know if you're complimenting it or if you're complaining still. I don't know what.
I haven't complained one
I
time.
got so much cinnamon with that.
Who doesn't like the smell of gym socks?
Well, he said cinnamon was all four of his Mount Rushmore fall flavors. So
The way he said it, was like, I got so much cinnamon. Now I know he got a boner.
rich pumpkin flavor. This is one like people rave about all the trendy breweries in town. But Blackstone brings a heavyweight to the pumpkin game. This is a good beer.
There's a reason why they've stuck around so long.
Because they were here before the hipsters got here.
Touche.
Don't
Touche.
talk too much shit on the hipsters.
That might be my favorite so far.
Really?
Yeah.
I talked too much shit on the
good.
hipsters recently.
I was about to say something. I completely forgot. Okay.
I gave this
Can
one
you hear
my,
that
my
dog?
first 5 of the day.
Which I hope that's on the camera.
What's the matter on Wednesday? What's she thinking over there?
She definitely wants some food.
But
Maybe
beer.
some bones. She definitely wants beer. What she really wants is to just go lay down, but she wants me to go with her. Because she's a brat.
Wednesday's a superstar. Wednesday is a superstar.
Diva.
Talking about favorite breweries in town, do you guys have a favorite to go when the weather's nice like this and go sit out and
Oh, yeah.
grab a couple?
Back in the day when you could go places safely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to circle back to me because tailgate's my go-to, but that's a summer.
Tailgate's-
It's summer for me.
I do.
Not in the. I haven't gone to the fall.
All weather.
That's the thing.
All weather.
I feel like I've gone places in the fall.
You're troubled by this decision, I can tell.
Opryland ruined it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Opry Mills ruined it.
Yeah, Aubrey Mills. Steven, you got a favorite brewery in town?
I haven't been to their new location, but Fat Bottom was always my
Fat
favorite
Bottom's a
to
good
go to. And it's closer to my house now than East Nashville. But that was always my fave when I lived out near the pharmacy and whatnot.
Brittany?
Yazoo in Madison.
Yeah.
They just opened up recently, and you can sit outside, and it's like backed up with like woods and stuff. So sitting outside, they have little fire pits that
Very
you can
nice.
do, and sometimes inside they do like movie nights when you could do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very well,
sure.
very well. I would add, I go tailgate automatically. I go
Yeah.
to tailgate, Charlotte Park area.
I need to go in the fall.
But I do want to mention Smith and Lentz here too in East Nashville. That's a good little spot.
Is that where we went? We went somewhere for a comedy night, with a small impromptu comedy night.
That's where it was.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was like,
Yep.
we went there in the winter one time. I like that place for a winter. Yeah.
All right, we are going to wrap things up today, our beer tasting with the Mad Bishop. Is this pumpkin, Steven McCash?
It's an Oktoberfest.
It's an Oktoberfest from, I can't read the can,
It's
Mad
from
Bitch.
Duclaw
Duclaw, Baltimore,
in
Maryland.
Baltimore, Duclaw Brewery. Here's a little behind the scenes on this one. I saw in the conversation of what everybody was bringing, and I was like, shit, I don't drink pumpkin beer or fall beers. Let me go to the store, and what jumps out at me is what I will get. So I had like 8 beers in front of me that all caught my attention, and I went, eeny, meeny, fucking, miny, mo. Boom.
Boom, here we are, Mad Bishop.
And plus, my favorite person in the whole wide world, O'Shea Edwards, lives in Baltimore. So I brought this one.
Shouts out to O'Shea.
Shout out to the big bad kaiju.
O'Shea.
So as we're pouring this one up, one thing we haven't gotten to yet, we're going to talk about spooky season. Sorry, Bones, I didn't mean to hit you. Of course, with the oncoming season change, it means that October, spooky season, Spooktober, whatever you want to call it, is right around the corner. Steven, we'll start with you. Your spooky season movies of choice.
Man, that's tough because I like to break down my scary films into categories. But Hush is
Hush.
an all-time fave.
Great one.
The original Evil Dead, which I'm going to see at a drive-in coming up later this month. I'm
Okay.
excited about. And this is not technically a scary film, even though it deals with the zombies and the apocalypse. It's a horror zombie Christmas musical called Anna the Apocalypse,
Oh, okay.
which
Yeah.
I'm an all-time fan of.
All right. Brittany,
So
you got a Mount Rushmore for us?
It's so
I know
hard.
it's hard for you. It's
It's
gotta be hard for
very,
you.
very
Yeah.
hard. But like Hocus Pocus,
Okay.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't,
it's
you just can't like go through October without watching it.
Correct. Correct.
You know I've gone through life without watching that.
Oh no.
What?
Get him out of here.
we're
Get
gonna
him out of here. Security.
we're gonna have to cut, have him watch it, and then start recording again.
Oh god. Hocus Pocus, the original Halloween.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Under Wraps is a Disney
Yep.
Channel original.
Yeah, the Mummy. Yeah.
The Mummy movie.
I haven't seen that.
No.
Oh, it's
So
before they got into, they did a lot of silly Halloween stuff, but when they started doing the Halloween movies, Under Wraps was one of them. Like,
Phantom of the Megaplex.
yep, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Sorry, I'll let you
Okay.
do your thing.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry. I
no,
just
no,
want
you're
to let
fine.
Stoney know. Don't go start searching for Disney Halloween stuff because this was like the first year or two they started
Okay.
doing them.
Okay.
This is like 90s pure gold
97, 98
Yeah.
maybe.
Halloween,
Yeah.
kid
Okay.
Halloween movies.
Okay.
And then Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat is one I don't know if you've written about or I've seen Jesse tweet about. But-
yeah.
An underrated one in your opinion, correct? Like enough people don't really talk about
I
that.
think it's starting like
It's getting that
now,
cult following
it's-
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's getting a little
Okay.
bit more popular. It's freaking hard. I don't even know what my last one would be.
Just a lot of choices out there.
Just so many. I'm gonna go with Sleepy Hollow, and I know that
Ooh.
you love that movie
I
too.
do love
so
that movie. Yeah. The 4 I absolutely have to watch every year: Hocus Pocus, Sleepy Hollow, Nightmare Before Christmas, which is usually one that we watch on Halloween, and Monster House, which is not necessarily a spooky season movie, but it's got the fall vibe. We got a situation going?
Oh.
I might just leave it in. SoBros Network has those candid moments that are
Yeah, we gotta let people in the house sometimes. It's not even my house.
fucking Juice Box Productions playing video games on the Checks and Championships and Big Beef lighting up in the middle of the show. Good stuff.
I'm gonna open
No one knows what you're talking about.
Monster House. Did I say anything about Monster House?
Are you going through your?
We gotta get through
Are you
this.
going through your? Are you going through your movies now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't hear Monster House.
Monster House, it's not necessarily a Halloween movie, but it does have that spooky early fall kind of vibe to it. It's a fun animated movie that's not going to give me nightmares and keep me up at
I
night.
remember that now.
So I like it a lot. Cadbury, what about you? Wrap it up. Your favorite spooky season movies?
So I haven't been into anything big in recent years because I feel like things went on the path of super demonic and
I can't do demon shit.
tense and like
I'm out.
suspenseful and but expected suspense. There hasn't been anything that's been unique that I can recall that I really like. But growing up, and this might be why I'm not into it now, but growing up, it was a staple in the house. My dad had us watching it when it came out, and so, it had it when it came out. So, and he told me that Pennywise the Clown lived under my bed. So,
Okay, that's good.
Right. It is a staple, and now his grandchildren are watching that as well, and he loves playing horror games with them, and so that's kind of how I grew up.
Okay.
But hasn't affected me in the long run as far as like not hating scary things or clowns or like being super into it. It was just like, yeah, I like that. But I think because of that, nothing modern really sticks out. So
Yeah.
It for sure, that was a staple. I never got into Freddy Krueger, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I like it, but I think I would be a original Friday the 13th fan before that.
Yep.
Original Halloween, so that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Hocus Pocus is definitely the staple there, and I got to do 5.
No, just whatever you want. Whatever you want.
4 or 5. 5.
Well, if somebody has their way, there'll only be one at some point.
Well, touche. Touche.
But is there 4 or 5?
There's 4.
4. Okay, so we're good.
You're good.
We'll leave it there. There's some other ones that I will put here and there, but nothing that really sticks out to me. I think more. Are we covering music at all?
Yeah, we're going to.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Hey, Stoney, what's your favorites?
I literally just said them.
I was you were in.
I went Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, Sleepy Hollow, Monster House.
Oh, let me just say on Sleepy Hollow.
Okay, let's hear it.
I liked Sleepy Hollow when it came out.
Okay.
I can't watch it more than I've watched it more than once.
Oh,
but each time I watch it, I'm like, this could be different. But in the time that it came out, it was really, really good. But now I'm like, I'm not crazy about it. But there are some classics that are there. How about, can I add a 5th? Sorry.
I only said 3, so you can have my 4.
I'll take Steven's 4th, The Shining.
That's a good
Not
one.
necessarily.
Okay.
It's a winter movie.
I was about to say,
sure,
I feel like that's more of.
but it's a horror film,
Yeah.
and that is a great horror film.
Yeah.
We recently watched what's the new one?
Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep.
With you
And
and
I was thinking
McGregor.
like, okay, this is different and whatnot, but it made me remember, like, oh yeah, I really did like The Shining. It's been
Okay.
a long time since I watched it.
All right, Mad Bishop Oktoberfest. Get those aroma therapies in. That's a good nutty scent.
Yeah.
It's a good nutty scent.
That's good.
That is pretty good. That's good beer. Okay. I drink it all before I can.
I can't decide. I can't decide
Oh,
on
I
it.
finished it off.
Like, it's good,
There's
but-
plenty of them. One more. Can you
Yeah,
get another
it's
Mad
nut-
Bishop for the table, please?
Sure. Coming right
Here, I'll
up.
order something else for the table too. What do you want, sweet?
We do have water bottles.
Oh.
Help him.
I don't know how to help him. Wash it down and base
There,
it.
that's beer now.
You want any of these?
Oh my goodness.
I just wrote nut.
Sometimes you feel like one. Sometimes you don't.
Well, that's, yeah. Okay, so Mad Bishop Oktoberfest. Very nutty scent. Very nutty flavor.
That's all aboard.
But I think that gives it an edge. I like this more than the
Basic?
Wiseacre
Oh.
and the Leinenkugel Oktoberfest that we had here today.
Yeah, as for Oktoberfest, Matt Bishop's got it. They're covered for sure.
So that's it. We'll go around the table. We've tried all the beers except we didn't get the Bud Light in.
10's across board.
It's only 5. It's only goes to 5.
This one goes to 10.
Steven, what's your favorite that we tried here today?
I think, again, I'm no expert here. I don't have my basic card. But Blackstone was my
Blackstone.
Yeah.
Interesting. Brittany?
Blackstone, for sure.
I'm going with the tailgate, #basic, Cadbury.
So mine was between the two.
Same.
But what did and I had to go back to my score sheet even though I haven't been that accurate. Blackstone I gave all 5s. Tailgate, the aroma wasn't there.
Oh, okay, that's the tiebreaker then.
The aroma wasn't there.
All right, well that's it for the beer tasting. Kind of a free-for-all now, guys. If you just want to pour whatever you want, whatever you enjoyed, we'll kick back. We got a couple more topics to get through. Starting with Steven McCash, quick take here. Would you rather corn maze or a haunted house?
Oh, haunted house all day.
Brittany, do I even have to ask?
What about a haunted corn maze?
Haunted corn maze. That's the ticket right there. I'm going corn maze because my blood pressure skyrockets in a haunted house, and I get really weird fight or flight kind of stuff. And the last time I was there, it was not good. I kind of get in trouble a little bit, so I just haven't been back. Cadbury, what about you?
I haven't been to either in a long time, but I think I'm with you. I think I'd rather be in a corn maze. I think I'd rather be in a haunted woods or hayride kind of thing.
Okay.
Haunted house, I've never been too keen on because usually there's excessive music and strobes.
Yeah.
It's a lot
And
of...
at first, it's like, I get it, but an hour in, it's like, fuck, come on. Like, I get it. I'd rather be in the woods being scared shitless.
Yes.
We've had these conversations recently about your parents' woods,
Yeah.
and that is where it's at.
We'll get into a little bit of that later. It's something I know you're happy to talk about. Fall music. To me,
Dude.
like, I've got a certain playlist. I like a lot of the more acoustic, indie kind of stuff, even emo kind of stuff. Like, I listen to like The Used, My Chemical Romance, and then like Kings of Leon, The Strokes, stuff like that during the fall. Steven, you got any particular fall music that you like to pump out?
We're talking about something that makes you feel warm and cozy inside,
Yeah.
right?
Reflective.
So, yeah. Portishead's Dummy album, their
Okay.
first album.
Okay.
Nora Jones' Come Away With Me album is
mhm.
another go-to. I'm really big into female French singers, so there's a singer named Carla Bruni, who I'm a huge fan of. I don't understand a damn word she's singing, but it makes me feel good on the inside.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That is all that matters. Brittany?
And
Oh,
one
wait.
last one.
Go ahead.
David Gibson's Lost in Your Eyes. It's my all-time feel warm inside song.
There you go. Brittany?
I don't really have an answer for this.
Okay.
But I've been listening to a lot of The Cure since
Ooh.
it got cooler out, and
Yeah.
I can't stop listening. Like,
Good
I'll just
vibes.
put it on repeat all day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with The Cure.
I go The Used, their self-titled album, Brand New's The Devil and God are Raging Inside of Me. And as far as songs go, the ultimate fall song to me, Reggie and the Full Effects, Get Well Soon. Listen to it
Dude.
every fall. Cadbury.
Shout out to Nessie.
Nessie, that's right, Nessie. I
Keep your head
forgot.
up, bud.
It's your turn. Cheers.
Yeah, sorry. That music video gets me every time.
It does. Me too, man. That song gets me.
Yeah,
It's a
great song.
Oof,
Yeah.
it hurts.
So I forgot about that. So, because as I'm thinking Halloween here,
Okay.
and I have a fall playlist.
Don't say Thriller.
No,
Please, man.
no. I have a fall playlist for when the weather changes, and it's a random mix of songs that are certain things, but I forgot about the albums specifically, because that's what it used to be, was you listen to a whole album.
Yeah.
Now it's playlists and all that. Two albums stick out that I listened to, and this was back in the high school years, early teenage years. And one of them was Brand New's The Devil and God Are
Such a
Raging
good
Inside Me.
album.
And another one, because both of them came out at that time. They came out in the fall, or around that time. That's when I bought them. I don't know when they really came out. That's when I think they came out.
I think so too.
The other one is Coheed and Cambria and Keeping the Secrets of Silent Earth 3.
Okay.
It came
yeah.
out a little
Yeah.
earlier than that. It came out late summer, but I listened to it heavy in the fall. And those two albums take me back to the good times in fall as a kid, as a teenager. Playlist for that, but then when it comes to Halloween, I have a specific
Yeah, that's right.
It's different.
Halloween one. A lot of the songs on there are southern type spooky
Yes.
songs, but what's mixed in is the full album of Ryan Gosling's
Dead Man's Bones.
Dead Man's Bones, and you can't do better than that. It is.
It's good. It's good
It's the
shit.
epitome of fun,
Good shit.
dark, spooky Halloween,
Nailed it.
and it's so fucking good.
Couldn't have said it.
Make
any
a
better.
second album.
What about Silver Sun Pickups?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
add,
yeah.
I'm gonna add
Saw
Silver
them
Sun
a few
Pickups.
years ago open for Third Eye Blind at the amphitheater.
Yep.
I wish I'd have left after they were done.
Talking about spooky season, Steven McCash, do you have any good ghost stories? Any haunted experiences?
So, in my younger days, growing up in Memphis, there was a girl in my neighborhood that I was best friends with. Stacy Stella, I haven't seen you in like 30 years, so I don't know what the hell's happened to you. But anyway, she had a Ouija board. And we would play with the Ouija board. We got friends mixed into it, and things would get a little deep, dark, and disturbed.
Yeah.
So she had a guy she was seeing. One point, he gets so pissed, he takes the Ouija board and tries to break it over his knee. But all he does is break a corner off. It's just hanging there.
Yeah.
And then they went off to the woods, set it on fire. And I was like, oh, well, that was dumb. The next weekend, we're hanging out. We go into her closet to get something out, and there's that Ouija board with the broken off corner with some sears on it. from being
Holy
burned.
shit.
What happened? I don't know. You're a believer. I'm a believer. I'm the monkeys. Who knows? But I didn't fuck with a Ouija board after that or since then.
I ain't never
That's
fucked
not
with a
true.
Ouija board.
When we moved
Oh, that's
in.
a damn lie. You're right. I fucked with her Ouija board.
I
I use protection though.
don't fuck with the Ouija boards. Brittany, do you got a good story?
I do. I did write this for SoBros last year.
Good story.
Um,
The York Road Stranger,
Yes.
SoBros Scary Stories, SoBrosNetwork.com.
Yep, and basically, I'll just give it a little bit description, but me and my friends in high school were walking down the road at night, because what else do you do when you're a teenager and you can't drive?
Sure.
And this guy came out of nowhere and just followed us throughout, like, down the whole road, and it was like we were running, and he was walking, but he still kept the pace, that sort of, like, weird thing. And we never knew who he was, or if he was even a person, or a shadow person, or whatever. But if you look that up on SoBros, you'll find it. But,
It was a pretty chilling tale.
yeah, it's the most terrified I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. But, another one, me and my cousins used to play Bloody Mary when we were kids. You know,
Okay.
you look in the mirror and you say Bloody Mary 3 times. And I don't really know exactly what happened because I blacked out. Because
Holy shit.
yeah, they kind of, were teasing me, and they just threw me in the mirror, or in the bathroom, and so I did the Bloody Mary thing, and then I just woke up, like, a couple hours later and was like, what happened? I don't know if I just passed out because I was so scared,
Yeah.
or, like,
Still
I don't know.
pretty spooky.
yeah.
Pretty spooky. That York Road Stranger story is worth looking up on SoBrosNetwork.com, because I read that and it gave me goosebumps. Partly because, like, I've had similar experiences
Yeah.
before with shit like that, which I don't even know where to begin with some of the stories.
And-
I've written a lot on SoBrosNetwork.com as well. You can just search SoBros Scary Stories on the site, and it
Some
brings
good
up
stuff there.
the whole archives. Trying to think of something different I can share without getting too into the weeds, but there was a lot of weird stuff that my parents told me about whenever they were closing on the house that my mom lives in today, and really weird coincidences, like my dad looked just like the guy that was building the house, and the guy that was building the house died while it was being built. So he when he was still with us, he would tell me all the time, like, yeah, I would go around town and people would look at me like I was a ghost. And then he finally saw the picture of the guy that had built the house, and he looked just like him. But there's some really scary shit that my mom has told me before about the guy's widow when they were selling the house. There was a story where they had come home from the man's funeral, and they were all sitting in the living room, which is the living room I grew up in, and they were all sitting there talking, and then the door opens, and the dude whose funeral they just went to walks in the door, walks right by him, walks up the stairs. And the lady said that she got up, walked out of the house, got in her car, drove away, and never came back.
Oh my god.
And there's a lot of stories like that. Like,
There needs to be a book about this house.
yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
trying.
would eat this up.
I'm trying to get my mom to do a podcast with me this spooky season about a lot of the stuff.
I'm into
Because
that.
there's all kinds of stories. Like, my dad told me that he would come home, and it's 4 acres out in Gladeville. We used to have a barn, horses, all kinds of animals. So he would come home from the shop, go out to the barn, get the feed, go feed the animals, and come back up. And there are times, like, he's told me he's gone to feed, and then he looked up at the house and saw someone walking through the kitchen and thought I was home, so he'd come back to check on me to see what I wanted for dinner or something, and I wouldn't be home. Nobody would be home. There's stories from, like, the house that they had before they had me out in West Nashville, where they could hear people walking in the attic, but nobody was up there. Like, I got
You need this
an
needs
archive
to be,
of stories.
Yeah. This needs to be published somewhere.
Yeah, we're working on that. What about you, Cadbury?
I don't have anything specific, and I'm not saying that I want anything specific. Every time we talk about things at your parents' house, and all this, I think, like, I want to go, I want to film it, I want to be there, I want to do it, but I'm like, the way you and Matt talk about these things, I don't think I want to at all.
Well, Mac has had it worse than
I
me.
know,
Like,
yeah, I don't want to be around it.
I've heard the weird noises. I've, like, TVs, radios going off in the middle of the night, people talking. I felt like the presence, like you wake up in the middle of the night and you just feel like someone's there. But it's always been kind of, like, peaceful. I've never been, like,
Yeah.
I've been scared, don't get me wrong, but I've never felt like, holy shit, I'm about to fucking die.
Yeah.
It's a certain energy. Where
There's a
it's
certain
like,
energy, exactly,
it hasn't
yeah.
gotten dark.
Yeah.
Growing up, like I said, I kind of was in that environment where these type of things were like, we were into as kids. Like, we
Yeah.
liked Halloween, we liked that spooky stuff. My brothers had told me that we were related to the Bell Witch, and I think just to scare me as a kid. So there was always these things of like, ooh, the Bell Witch and the cave and all this and that in Tennessee. And but I was trying to think when I was like, am I missing something here? So there's 2 things. One, I want to take back what I said about not being a recent movie that I was into.
Okay.
The show Haunting of Hill House was awesome.
So good.
I couldn't watch
Haunting of Hill House was
it. I couldn't watch it.
Why
Perfect.
not?
Perfect.
Man, I can't do the scary stuff because it,
It's
like,
not that.
it-
Have you
it-
tried that?
No.
it triggers me with all
It's
the
terrifying.
experiences.
I didn't
Yeah.
think it was
It's
that. It
absolutely
wasn't
terrifying.
but it wasn't like the demonic ones where they're super suspenseful and terrifying. It was kind of fun and wholesome with the family.
I thought it was terrifying.
Fun and wholesome versus terrifying.
with that family, that family has a similar situation where like there was always a darkness with it,
Yes.
but they
Yeah.
understood it and they dealt with it, and there was closure. Like I don't want to give it away, but I thought that was a good series. I don't
Oh,
like
it's
watching the
wonderful.
stupid, terrifying and suspenseful movies, but that was a good show.
That was quality.
Well, my dad made a paper mache witch, I think, for a Halloween thing or something. That was, so I'm circling back.
All right, here we are.
Dude, it was like half a torso and up, and a green witch with a big hat and straggly hair, green face, huge nose and wart, and he kept it in the garage. I think it was his way. After he kept it after the Halloween thing he made it for, I think it was to keep us out of the garage because it worked. And
Oh,
if I had to go get something out of there, I was watching her the whole time, get something, get the fuck out.
That's
So
awesome.
that's all I have.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the 2020 SoBros Fall Kickoff Bonanza. Cadbury, do you want to remind our viewers how they can get in touch with you on social media?
Yep. At
Okay. All right.
at SoBro CadP, I think, on Twitter
And Instagram.
and Instagram.
There it
the
is.
same handle.
I think so.
SoBro CadP. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Brittany.
Brit but Spooky on Twitter, Brittany but Spooky on Instagram and YouTube.
Steven McCash.
MC_Cash75 at Twitter. I'm boring as hell on all the other ones, so don't even bother. And don't forget the onlyfan.com.
And I am at Stoney Keeley. Collectively, we are at SoBros Network on all major social media platforms. You can check out all of our latest work at SoBrosNetwork.com. All of our latest merch at SoBrosShop.com. SoBrobees merch available at Redbubble, SoBros Network. Don't forget to sign up for the SoBros Patreon, support the team, gain exclusive access to over 200 items of premium content. We're talking podcasts, articles alike. It's all up there at patreon.com/SoBros Network. Subscribe to the SoBros Power Hour and all of our other podcasts on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. Wherever you take in your shows, we are out there. Give us a rate and review sometime. If you're into that sort of thing, that's how we get better. We always want to #BeBetter for you guys. For Steven McCash, Brittany Fernandez, Cadbury, I am Big Natural Stoney Keeley. And until next time, you stay classy, SoBros Nation. Cut!